Ivan, I hear you don't have to pay rent anymore. Is that true?
I know what was coming.
Your beloved New York City may well be led by a communist soon, Zorhan Mandami. Your message to communist Zorhan Mandami?
Well, then we'll have to arrest him.
Welcome back to Ben News, where we troll with truth and expose the clowns running the circus. And today's circus act is already getting wild. And here we go. Oh yeah, the great socialist dream. Free everything, free for everyone, except the part where people start building rafts out of trash to escape it. It's amazing how often the free stuff paradise comes with a one-way exit strategy. You remember when New York City was told everything would be free healthcare, free housing, the works, free buses, they're going to be faster. Well, now the bill just showed up, and the guy who promised the free stuff, MAMDANI, is suddenly asking for money. From who? The very people who believed him. Let's talk about MAMDANI's bill, and I want you to hear it right from the camel's mouth on what he needs help with.
Well, thank you for the question. It's transition2025.com. And, you know, there were a few months ago where I told supporters across this city to stop donating. And today I am asking them to start once again. And I am asking them to do so because of the fact that a transition that can meet the moment of preparing for January 1st is one that will require staff, it will require research, it will require infrastructure. And those are things that we will have to provide. And I'm excited for the fact that it will be funded by the very people who brought us to this point, the working people who have been left behind by the politics of this.
Here's the problem with these fairy tale promises. Sooner or later, reality knocks. And the Zoran ran on the idea that New York could become a socialist paradise where the taxpayer magically funds unlimited benefits. But now he's asking for money for his, quote, transition team. Free services and endless government programs with no cost to anybody. It sounds great. It always sounds great. That's why it's, it's like sexy politics. But now that he's in office, something funny has just happened. He realizes the math doesn't work. There isn't enough tax revenue. And I'm wondering, as mayor, if now he's going to move out of his rent-controlled apartment. There isn't enough tax revenue. Businesses are leaving. The wealthy are fleeing. And the city is still drowning in migrant costs, those newcomers, the sanctuary locals, housing shortages, and a massive budget deficit. So instead of everything being free, he's now asking New Yorkers to fork over more cash.
Good morning, New York City. Thank you. Last night we made history, and today we begin the work of making a new administration. Welcome to the transition. Oh, and one more thing. Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money? You can start again.
Transition2025.com. It's very odd to use the word transition from a person and a religion that would never go along with that.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about.
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
That money doesn't fall out of the sky. This is why people call democratic socialism communism with kindness. It's not that the ideas are evil. It's that they don't work in real life. Someone always pays.
Oh, and one more thing. Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money? You can start again.
So he's off to a bad start. At one point he says, turn the volume up.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
How do you respond to that? Does that affect anything you're going to do?
It's a very dangerous statement for him to make, actually. And, you talk about danger. I think it's a very dangerous statement for him to make. He has to be a little bit respectful of Washington, because if he's not, he doesn't have a chance of succeeding.
So it sounds like Trump has something in the works. There's some kind of plan that is going on here to maybe rein in the Zoran.
On November 5th, 2024, the American people reclaimed our government. We restored our sovereignty. We lost a little bit of sovereignty last night in New York, but we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
The Republican Party needs to get its shit together. ASAP. I'm really glad we spent the past couple of weeks, as Sean Davis of The Federalist put it, policing some young person's group chat, what a podcast host said, and what the head of a think tank over at Heritage had to say. I'm really glad that the Republicans devoted so much time to that. That was a great move. Terrific move. Way to stick together, to really shine a light on what matters. The Republicans like to lose. They enjoy losing. They enjoy when they are embattled and in a losing position and complaining. They love it. They do it really well. Less good at winning, especially when Donald Trump is not there to get them over the line. The Republican Party is not strong. Donald Trump is strong. Republicans don't know how to win. They don't know who to run. They don't know what to do when daddy's not there to fly them across the finish line. And that's just been so obvious. Meanwhile, Trump is all over the Middle East while people's groceries bills are still high. They're still dealing with inflation. They're suffering. Like, that's it. Okay. We're focus on domestic policy and on making people's lives better.
Megyn Kelly is so right. Republicans don't know how to win. They know how to just lose. Now, some would say losing, it helps you with campaign fundraising because you're always begging for money and you have a really good reason to do so. But Trump is eventually going to be gone. And the Democrat Party, they know how to win. They come together. No matter what, they will stick together like pigs in the trough. But Republicans beat each other up, constantly destroying each other, constantly tearing each other apart. And it opens the door. It drives nothing but cracks in the foundation. And the foundation could very well have gotten just a little wider over the last couple of weeks. Marjorie Taylor Greene has now, there are rumors circulating that she is going to run with the, quote, America First Party, founded by Nick Fuentes, as a presidential candidate in 2028. Marjorie used to be MAGA, full on Make America Great Again. But suddenly, that didn't fit her narrative, or maybe her family's business narrative, because she didn't want to get rid of those, those cheap migrant workers that are doing construction for her company. Marjorie's just on The View, very well received, and could very well be a good landing spot for her, or maybe alongside Scott Jennings over at CNN. I don't know. But Marjorie and this America First movement, I don't know why we need an America First movement if we have a Make America Great Again. It sounds nice. It's got a catchy phrase. If what's happening in New York and America didn't surprise you, you're paying attention. If it did surprise you, welcome to New York. Hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to close the barn door on your way out.